Let me see you smile, let me see you smile, let me see you smile for life. Well, smile for life. Oh, let me see you smile, let me see you smile.
All right, hey everyone, and welcome to our Brain Health webinar. I'm Dr. Leslie Shew, reaching out to you from Nashville, Tennessee, and super excited to be talking about one of my favorite things, which is brain health. So, for those of you who don't know me, I am, hold on just a second, having a little bit of problem here. Apologize, you guys, trying to get this worked out. All right, sorry about that. Let's try this again. So for those of you who don't know me, I am here in Nashville, Tennessee, and my education, you can see there are some of the things that I'm trained in. And one of the things that I did as part of my dissertation was I studied the brain-gut connection. So I love talking about gut health and brain health. And tonight we're going to be talking mostly about brain health. So I'm here from my home in Nashville. I just recently opened up an awesome store, health and wellness store called Be Well Nashville. And so part of what I'll be doing through my store is lots of educational classes. So this is one of the first of the webinars that I'll be doing. So we're going to get started. You know, brain health is quickly becoming a hot topic with the recent release of the Will Smith movie Concussion, not to mention the growing concern of our increasing numbers in Alzheimer's disease, dementia, Parkinson's disease. You know, it's really no secret that our brain health in America is declining. And in fact, I would bet that many of us on the webinar tonight know someone who's suffering with one of these brain issues right now. Statistics are pointing to the reality that of those of us who live to be 85 years of age, 50% of us will suffer some level of Alzheimer's disease or dementia. In fact, Alzheimer's disease can begin developing in the brain 30 to 40 years before seeing the first symptom. So what then is the secret to a healthy brain? Well, first, I want to look at what is causing the damage to our brains. So this is a great image where you can kind of see a brain in the younger years and how it changes over time. So obviously we know that as we age, our brain ages with us. And as you can see, the one at the 80-year-old brain is a little bit different than the 20-year-old brain. A little bit more holes there. I know that there are sometimes I feel like I have holes in my brain. So that just gives you a little bit of image of what our brain naturally looks like as it begins to age. And then there's other factors: stress, working too much, juggling all kinds of things around the house. And we've got working moms and just the amount of stress that we're putting into our bodies, not to mention poor food choices like processed foods and sugar, excessive alcohol. The diet sodas are full of artificial sugars, which are neurotoxins in the body. And then we have injuries that we're dealing with. You know, we've got kids that are starting full pad football at young ages, or our NFL guys, we know that they're struggling right now with CTE and issues with that, and even just mild concussions, you know, car accidents, those types of things, any type of damage that we have done to the brain. So as a result, we're dealing with difficulty focusing, remembering names, remembering where we put our keys, or what we went to the store for that day, or just having clarity issues or sleep issues. So are we just doomed then to have poor brain function? So many of you may be familiar with Dr. Daniel Amen, who is known around the world for his extensive research on brain health. And these are a couple of his brain scans that he does to look at damage for aging brains, or damage due to injury, sugar, drug addictions, those types of things. And so you can see down at the bottom left hand, this is a very healthy brain. And then he has some images of not so healthy brains. You see one of Alzheimer's disease, someone with sleep apnea that can actually because you're not getting the oxygen that you need to the brain, can cause issues as well. So according to Dr. Daniel Amen and many others who are doing brain imaging and brain health, is that there is good news, and that we are able to get changes in our brain and begin reversing the damage done. But it does require a lifestyle change for most of us. So one of the things that you can start with is giving your brain the food that it needs, such as foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids, fish, and foods high in antioxidants, such as blueberries and all types of other berries on the market that you have available to you. They're full of antioxidants. Healthy fats are super important. So many people, got into the low-fat diet fad back in the 90s, I guess. And really what we saw was that the brain was starving. We need healthy fats in the brain. Also, making sure that we drink plenty of clean water and getting exercise is super important for brain health. Reducing our stress, whether it's through yoga or meditation or just simply going for a long walk, and making sure we get plenty of sleep. That's one of the things that I deal with quite a bit with my clients, is they're not sleeping, not getting adequate rest, or they're sleeping, but they're waking up exhausted because they're not getting that deep sleep. And then, of course, that we have some things that we can do through natural supplementation using vitamin D3, fish oils, once again, super omega-3s, probiotics, which is so important for our gut health, and our gut, as our second brain. So taking care of our immune system and our gut will definitely have a great effect on our brain health. B vitamins that help with our stress in our body. And then one of the supplements that I think is one of the biggest breakthroughs in natural health that I have seen in a really long time, and definitely the biggest breakthrough I've ever seen in brain health, and that's called EHT. So EHT came out of 20 years of research with Dr. Jeffry Stock and his team at Signum Biosciences. So Dr. Stock is professor of molecular biology at Princeton University, and he began researching the benefits of coffee and looking for reasons why it was helping people with focus and clarity. And he discovered this process of extracting a molecule from the green coffee bean that can actually help the brain to function more efficiently. So basically what EHT is doing is it's protecting the brain, it's creating new neuronal pathways, it's helping stabilize tau protein. And tau protein, if you're familiar with that, has been associated with things like Alzheimer's disease, dementia, and Parkinson's disease. And so what this is doing is help smoothing out the microtubules in the brain, helping the brain communicate more effectively, and stabilizing that production of tau protein through a protein called PP2A. So what I'm going to do right now is pause here just for a second, and I'm going to switch over and let you watch a very short video that will explain to you a little bit better what the EHT is doing in the brain. And then we'll get started once again.
Our speech, movement, memory, decision-making. All these vital everyday tasks are controlled by this one amazing organ. A major component of optimal brain health is the state of your neurons, the cells responsible for transmitting information in your brain, and the strength of the connections between neurons. As we age, experience stress, or cause damage to our brains, the connections between these neurons weaken, and these essential conveyors of information can become unhealthy or even die. But here's the good news. We can defend our brains against the effects of aging. Making healthy lifestyle choices like exercising and eating a well-balanced diet have long been known to contribute greatly to overall brain health. But in recent years, researchers have been looking for additional ways to increase brain function and enhance mood, focus, and memory. Recognizing the growing need for a safe, natural way to boost cognitive health, a team of scientists at Signum Biosciences set out to develop a safe, botanically based supplement that could sustain and enhance brain function, and that could also defend against mental decline by protecting the neuronal integrity in the brain. In laboratory studies, the Signum team, in association with Dr. Jeffry Stock at Princeton University, found that in study participants with severe mental decline, a key protein regulator was disrupted in their brains. This protein is called PP2A, and it keeps the neuronal connections in the brain robust and healthy.
PP2A virtually regulates everything that's going on in the cell. That includes gene expression, motility, your immune responses. Everything is controlled by PP2A. So in general, anything that starts to go bad, PP2A is involved in everything. It's also sensitive to all these sort of state variables that are important to general health.
After 20 years of research, Dr. Stock and the scientists at Signum made a groundbreaking discovery called EHT. EHT is a one-of-a-kind proprietary ingredient consisting of a naturally occurring mix of bioactive molecules isolated from coffee. EHT helps you fortify, protect, and enhance your mind.
EHT provides a functional benefit to old, middle-aged, and young, enhancing brain health and thus enhancing your quality of life.
As a senior research scientist, I haven't seen anything that's comparable to EHT and the way it functions for brain health.
When I visited Signum at Princeton University, and when I saw the research they were doing on EHT, I knew this was something that we had to have.
So how does EHT work? By optimizing the activity of the master protein regulator PP2A. When PP2A is activated by EHT, it can promote neuronal integrity by ensuring the structural protein tau remains on the microtubules, resulting in stronger neurons. Stronger neurons lead to the ability to create stronger synaptic connections. The result? Increased brain performance for a healthy, focused mind. EHT is safe, all-natural, and can be found only in Nerium's exclusive EHT Age-Defying Supplement. This supplement promotes better cognitive function and overall brain health, improves memory and recall, fortifies and strengthens natural brain functions, increases focus and mental alertness, protects and supports neuronal networking, enhances the body's natural energy stores, and boosts the body's immune system.
I take the product, my 10-year-old and my 16-year-old take the product, my wife takes the product, and it's something that we all really believe in and have really felt the effects and seen it in our own lives as well.
At Nerium, we are dedicated to delivering real products and real results. And our partnership with Signum Biosciences ensures that Nerium's exclusive EHT Age-Defying Supplement combines the very best of nature and science.
By the very nature of our technology and the strength of our patents, Signum's technology will never be replicated or duplicated. So you won't see EHT in another product globally.
I'm very enthusiastic about the partnership we're developing with Nerium to distribute EHT to a wide audience. So this is absolutely unique to Nerium.
It's never too late or too early to focus on brain health. Nerium's EHT Age-Defying Supplement, coupled with a healthy lifestyle, can help protect and fortify your brain naturally. With the Signum Biosciences partnership and the patented and exclusivity to Nerium, we are poised to be a leader in the rapidly emerging market for cognitive health supplements.
So there you have it. Hopefully that gave you a pretty good description of what we're seeing with the EHT. As you can see, just a couple recap on some of the things that we're seeing and how it's enhancing the brain. Basically, EHT is just helping reduce that damage caused by inflammation and strengthening those neuronal networking in the brain. And I actually have never seen anything work like this in supplement form. I used to do neurofeedback in my practice, and we were able to get changes with the brain with a minimum. We had to do at least 40 sessions of neurofeedback, sometimes up to 60 sessions of neurofeedback. And that's 2 to 3 times a week, 45-minute sessions. Very expensive, very time-consuming. We definitely got incredible changes in the brain, things that we're seeing with the EHT, but never would I've ever dreamed that we could have gotten those same changes with a supplement. And that's what I'm seeing with the EHT. So here's just a few testimonials that we have. I feel more focused and driven. I get so much more done than I used to in the same amount of time. I sleep better now. I'm not drowsy in the afternoon. I don't need that extra boost from energy drinks or coffee. And I'm also more focused and my memory is better. I have deep sleep now and wake up with lots of energy. I'm also thinking clearly. No more brain fog or memory issues. And thanks to EHT, I sleep better, have more focus, no longer need to get back into the house because I forgot my cell phone on the kitchen table. I could spend literally 2 hours telling you testimony after testimony after testimony of what I am seeing this product do with people all across the United States. For me, when I started, I didn't have a lot of huge struggles. Two things that really bothered me that I struggled with. One was not sleeping well. I would wake up several times in the middle of the night. I couldn't remember the last time I slept 7 or 8 hours straight. And I would often get kind of fatigued in the afternoon, just struggling with sustained energy throughout the day. And I had difficulty with word find. So I might be, cooking dinner in the kitchen and need a spatula, but I couldn't remember the name of it. I still have to hand motion so my husband can figure out what I was talking about and give me what I needed. And so what I saw happen with EHT, for me, it took about 60 to 90 days. And I initially started noticing that I was sleeping through the night. And now I sleep usually about 7 hours straight, which is incredible for me. And I wake up and I get busy. And I literally get twice as much done as I used to. I have sustained energy throughout the day. And I'm not struggling for word find anymore, which is really great because that can be a big problem when you're someone like me who's doing lectures and classes and teaching for a living. So anyway, that is definitely something that has improved for me using EHT. And like I said, I have many, many testimonials, just incredible things that are happening that we're seeing around the United States with this product. So sometimes people have been asking me, well, why in the world would Nerium International get the distribution rights to this product? I mean, this is something that came out of medical research, with Signal Biosciences, Dr. Jeffry Stock, Princeton University. Well, one of the reasons is because we were one of the fastest growing anti-aging companies in the world right now. We were recently ranked, top ranked in Inc. 500. If you know anything about that magazine, that's a pretty good thing. You'll see EHT being talked about in all types of media. Muscle and Fitness featured us, as one of their top picks, and so did Alternative Medicine magazine, keeping us on their radar. So these are things that are happening, that people are really noticing us. And we were just honored that Biosciences decided that Signum decided to partner with us and let us take this product to market for them. So you can get this product for $55 as our preferred customer. And I'm going to tell you that I was actually shocked at the price that Signum agreed to in taking this to the market because I've dealt with brain supplements with significantly less results than EHT with a much higher price tag. And if you have more than one person in the family taking EHT, you can save a little bit of money by getting on our combo pack. It's available at retail or through our preferred customer auto delivery, which I recommend because you do not want to go a day without this. If you run out, you want your EHT right away. You can cancel anytime. You don't have to call in. You just go through your customer link that you get and you can just cancel your ADO very easily. And, we are seeing people get long-lasting results and they really want to stick with this product. If you still think this is too expensive, well, people are out there every day trying to improve their memory, focus, and stay awake in the afternoons. And they're spending a lot more money on their coffee drinks to keep them going. So for less than $2 a day, you can use Nerium for yourself. I think that's a pretty good deal myself. And if that's still too expensive for you, then you can get our product for free. We have a 3-year free program for our customers, and it's just a thank you for sharing our products with other people. I promise you, as EHT starts to change your life, like it has mine and many others, you're going to be talking about this. And so as a customer with us, if you refer 3 other customers through your loyalty link, then your next month's product is free. So if you're ready to start trying EHT for yourself or a family member, then, or just take a chance and give it a shot. I think you're all going to be extremely happy and pleased with the results you're getting. So if you can't find your car, or you can't focus at work and you're really struggling, then this is something that you can give your brain food and fuel for the brain, which is the best way I can describe this. And people ask, well, really, what is it doing in the brain? And in my opinion, I think that if we give our brain what it needs to function properly, then it's going to work better. We're giving it things right now that are not helping, such as stress, coffee, excessive coffee, alcohol, overworking, all the things, the toxins and chemicals in our food, all these things that are doing damage to our brains. If we give it what it needs, proper nutrition, rest, good water, all of the things that we can do to help our brain function properly, then it's going to do exactly what it's designed to do. Our brains are very complex and have the ability to do far more than they do, especially as we age. So adding something like EHT is going to be super beneficial. And if you are sitting there thinking, gosh, I know tons of people that could benefit from this supplement, then join our brain movement. Help us spread the word about EHT. And this group of people, I love these people right here. I was just going to put a picture up, of some Google picture that I found. But these are actually a bunch of our brain warriors that are helping us spread the word about EHT. And they're out there using the product themselves and then getting incredible changes and sharing it with the world. And if you haven't heard of our company, we actually are one of the fastest growing companies breaking records in this industry. We hit $1 million in sales in our first year, as you can see, comparison there to other companies that you might be familiar with. And then we recently hit $1 billion in cumulative sales in our 4 years of existence. So we have a few other products. Really, we just have 4 products total here in the U.S., and EHT being our most recent. So if that's something that you're interested in, then we would love to have you help spread the word. So if you're ready to try EHT, then definitely contact the person that invited you to this webinar. And if you're one of those people that are sitting and thinking, gosh, I would love to help spread this news to everyone I know and really help change the brains of my friends and family and myself, and you want to join that brain movement with us, then also talk with the person that invited you to this webinar and they can get you more information. I want to thank all of you. I know the Oscars are on tonight and you may be missing a few minutes of that, so we're going to go ahead and close. And if you have any questions, reach out to the person that invited you. Thanks so much for joining us, and we will keep you posted on the next webinar. Thanks so much. Good night, everybody.
Breathe it in and smile for life, smiles for life.